Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this video, I get to show you one of my new patterns, the Malibu Libby Hollywood Tracksuit. So this is a classic look. It's made out of stretch velour with coordinating or contrasting ribbing and that zipper. So pulling that all together, you can have some really cute matching set looks to wear to the gym over a leotard, one piece like the pants with the leotard. It's pretty versatile. So it's a lot of fun, it's easy to sew up, and I'm going to cover some of the few things that might cause problems as you're sewing this outfit. So we're gonna kick things off with the pants. The pants go together pretty easily. They're basic pants, front and back. You have that crotch seam, you have side seams, and we're attaching a simple folded waistband. So the part of this pattern that I think might cause you the most trouble would be those patch pockets on the front. So this is really easy to do with the assistance of double-sided basting tape, which honestly is like my new best friend. So I hope you have some. If you don't, you need to get some and use it for this project. So let's jump on in and I'll show you how to apply those pockets and sew them successfully every time. So here we have the pants. You can see this is that front patch pocket right here. It has a slant on the one side and it's a functional pocket. So I'm going to show you how to do this here on the pants front. So here we have hot pink cut out, very vibrant color here. This is that center front seam. So this is the side seam here on the outside, and we have two pockets. Each one is going to go lined up on the side and the top edge after we press all the edges under. So I'm going to set the pants fronts aside and we'll work on the pockets. So to do the pocket, we're going to bring in our double-sided basting tape here. This is 1/8 of an inch wide. It works perfect. It doesn't get caught in the stitching because it's narrower than the seam allowance. So we're just going to flip the pocket over. We do the diagonal side first. So on the wrong side here, we're just going to take a piece of the basting tape and put it right on the diagonal. That just tears off. We peel off the paper backing, and then we just fold this over. It's 1/4 of an inch fold, and then finger press to hold that in place. The stretch velvet really shouldn't be pressed. You're going to press in like definition lines by the raw edge of the fabric on the opposite side. If I were to press this, it would make an impression based on the thickness of this cut edge here. So we want to avoid using an iron with this stretch velvet, stretch velour, pretty much for the whole project, which is why the double-sided basting tape comes in handy so well. So now we're just going to take this over to the machine and we just straight stitch right along this edge. So we've done that now on both of the front pockets. Both of the diagonal edges are pressed under. I'm just going to set one aside here and we'll finish up on this one right here. We're just going to trim off the threads. Then we flip this back over, and now we're going to put the double-sided basting tape along the bottom and the inside edge. You can do one side at a time so that you can fold this corner cleanly. So we'll fold over this first edge, then place that double-sided basting tape along the bottom over the folded fabric here, and then we're going to fold the bottom up and finger press that down. So here we have the pocket that's going to go on this side right here. This is the wearer's right side. This is center front. And then the pocket is going to come and just be set right on top of the pants. We line up the side with the side and the top with the top. That diagonal line is going straight across here. If you want, you can use double-sided basting tape to hold this pocket down, or you can just pin right into that. You just want to make sure that the pocket isn't shifting at all as you're attaching it with your top stitching. Then you'll go ahead and pin that down. Just be careful not to pin through that basting tape. It'll get a little bit sticky. So we have ours pinned inside. Then we're going to take it over to the machine, and we're going to start here at the top, straight stitch down to the corner, pivot with the needle down, and then stitch straight over to the side. Then you can go ahead and baste that top and side edge and finish with the construction of the pants. All right, so that was it. Super easy, am I right? So now I know you can do this every time you make these pants. You can also use those tips for adding patch pockets anywhere, like back pockets on jeans, anywhere that you might have a pocket that applies right over the top of the fabric. Okay, so now let's take a look at the two things I think just might cause some issues when you're sewing that hoodie. One, the zipper. Am I right? Yes, we do have videos for installing zippers, the separating zipper, but I'll just go over quickly with exactly how to do that in this pattern. So here we have the hoodie sewn up to the point where we need to install the zipper. So I have a 6-inch separating zipper here. This is coil. It's from the Candy Shop collection. It's almost a perfect match here. It's a little bit less bright, but it will coordinate fine when we pull this whole thing together. So to start with this pattern, we are just gonna open up this, so we're working with one side at a time. And you can see here we've got the 6-inch zipper, which is long enough that the zipper pull is up out of the way while we work on it, which actually makes it pretty easy to do because we can sew straight across and then pull the zipper pull down to the bottom at the end when we want to trim off the excess on the top. So you could do this with any size separating zipper that's taller than this. So if you have an 8-inch or anything like that, you can use that as well. So we're gonna line this up here. The bottom of the zipper lines up with the bottom of this waistband. The waistband is folded down with the seam allowance pointed up underneath the pocket. We're gonna take that double-sided basting tape and just lay it right up along this edge here. And that goes all the way up to the neckline. We're gonna peel off the paper backing and then position the zipper. So right now it's right side up. We're gonna flip it over, line up the bottom with the bottom of the waistband, and just stick that right to the edge here on top of the double-sided basting tape. So you just press that down, and now that's stuck here. So when you flip it over, you'll see that's what that's gonna look like once we get it stitched down. So now we're gonna wanna come in and mark on the back of the zipper, lining up with the pocket, the seam for the waistband, and the neckline so that both sides of the zipper match when we apply or install the zipper second half to the opposite side. Now we're going to take this over to the machine and we'll straight stitch all the way down with our zipper foot right next to the coil coming down on this side. And then as we get down here at the base, you can see that at the bottom of a coil zipper, there are these tiny little holes. If you line up your needle with that, you can hand crank it so that a needle pokes into that hole and really secures that zipper down at the base really well. So you can go in and try to go into the second one in reverse, or you can leave extra thread tails and just pull those through by hand and just loop a couple through there and secure that on the back. That really helps to hold that center of the zipper lined up with the waistband really well. Once you have that side stitched down, there you can see ours is stitched. We're going to open this up, unzip the zipper, pull out the opposite side, flip the hoodie over, and now we need to apply this one with the coils flipped out. We're going to line up these markings. We have the waistband, the top of the pocket, and the neckline with this side, and then when the hoodie is zipped up, the pocket and the waistband are going to line up perfectly. So I'm just double checking that right there. We're going to take that double-sided basting tape and run this right along the edge of this side. Peel off the paper backing. Then we're going to flip that over and line that up. So we'll put the pencil mark right here at the waistband. The second mark here is going right at the top of the pocket. And then the last one should go right at the top of the neckline. And because this is taped, I can actually flip this around and carefully zip it and just double check and make sure that I like how that looks. So if that looks like that is gonna line up right, we can go ahead and baste this side down. If I need to make any adjustments, I would do that. Now we have both sides stitched down. We're gonna check again here, zipping it up, just to make sure we like how it all lines up. And that is looking really good. And then we just separate the zipper again and go ahead and top stitch along the zipper on both sides. All right, so there you go. I'm sure that you'll be able to do this successfully every time. And again, that double-sided basting tape is amazing. Okay, so now let's take a look at the hood. The hood is designed to go in very easily. You've seen this style before in some of the cutie pie patterns, and this is just another one of those where it's a hood that's lined and it sews right around that neck line, and then you just turn the hoodie right side out. So it's really easy to put together, but with this you just want to make sure that everything's lined up right and you get that seam sewn real close to that zipper at the top center front neckline. And then with this you also have the ability to add some pop or some interest with the lining. So we have a couple variations we're going to show you, and let's jump right in and take a closer look. Now we're gonna jump over to the hoodie. So I just have a few things I want to talk about here, just some different options you have when you're putting your hoodie together. So on the cover example, we have the hoodie that's made out of the stretch velour or the stretch velvet here, and then we have a contrast. This is just a cotton spandex that's striped that we've used for the binding here for the waistband, the cuffs, and then we've lined the inside of the hood with that. So that gave us a good contrast so we could do all of the step-by-step pictures and you could see what we were doing. But with a lot of these, if you see these types of outfits online, the hoods are self-lined. So we have an option here on this hot pink one that we did all the way up to the zipper, where we have the hood that's sewn in the same fabric here. And then we have the hood lining with the hole in it, which will go on the inside. So when the hood is done, you'll see this velvet here on both sides. Now another option that I thought would be really fun, and it's a nice way to mix it up, especially if you don't have matching zippers and ribbing to your stretch velvet here, which in some cases it can be a challenge, but we've done it here where we've gone with white. So we have lavender for the hoodie, and then we have white waistband, white cuffs, and a white separating zipper. And then the hood is going to be this same lavender color on the outside, but on the inside, we thought we would line it here with lace. So this is lace that comes as yardage, and we're just going to put that on the inside of the hood. So when it's down, kind of slouched around her shoulders, you'll see that peeking out. It's going to be a really cute feminine detail added here for the overall effect. So to put the hood on, we have this lavender one here was done with a 5-inch zipper. So you can see here that this barely extends past the top of the hoodie in comparison to the pink one here, which was that 6-inch, where we have quite a bit that we'll end up trimming off here. So just so you can see here that it does work with the 5-inch, you just have to slide the pole out of the way because it only goes up that high. So while you're sewing, you have to unzip the zipper or raise and lower your presser foot and push the pole out of the way so you can finish stitching that out. Now to put the hoodie together here, to put the hood on, we are going to put right sides together. We have the velvet to the velvet. You're going to match up center back, and then we're going to bring it around here, and you're going to want to have just a little bit extending past center front. It's about 3/8 of an inch here. It's enough so that you can stitch up the seam for the hood and the hood lining straight up, and you have enough room next to the zipper. So if you have a little bit more, if it's stretched too much, or your seams are a little bit off, you can always trim this back. It's fine at the neck if you have too much extending. I would just keep it smooth on the neckline and then trim that to fit. But it is designed to come out here just 3/8 of an inch past that zipper. So we're gonna pin this down right side to right side here, And then the lining is going to be right side up right here. So we have the inside of the hoodie to the right side of the lining, and all three pieces are going to be sandwiched together like so. So we have the hoodie in the middle, right side to wrong side for the lining, and right side to right side for the hood. So go ahead and pin that all the way around the neckline. So here we have this pinned down. Now you can see we've got that sandwiched in between, and if you need to stretch the neckline a little bit to fit the hood, that's perfect. And we have, again, these little pieces extending past the zippers on both sides. So now we're just going to take this over to the machine and straight stitch all the way along this neckline seam. So here we have that seam sewn. You can see it right there. It's sewn straight across. So you can see, again, there's just a little bit extending past the zipper on each side. Now we have that hole in the lining. So that's how we're going to turn it right side out. So we're just going to take the hoodie itself and just kind of roll it up here, just so that it stays out of the way. We can use some clips like this to just kind of hold it tight. And then we're gonna pull the lining and the hood together. So we want right sides together. So the hoodie's just rolled up so it's out of the way, so it's easy to sew this seam here. We're gonna take the hoodie and the lining and sew all the way around here. So we need to match the seam here at the center of the hood and the lining. And then we're gonna stitch straight up. So you wanna stitch as close to the coil as you can down here at the neck, and then just come out and even it out with a 1/4 inch seam all the way around the whole entire hood until you come down to the opposite side. And again, come as close to the coils as you can when you get to the neckline seam. And there you can see we've got that sewn. So then we just come in here and trim down these edges right here next to the zipper. Trim off the top of the zipper. You can trim down any bulk from the neckline seam and cut slits into that just to get it to lay a little bit more cleanly. There are a few layers here, so you can come in and trim that. Then we're just gonna pull the hoodie out through that hole. And here you can see how that's gonna come together. It looks super adorable. You can zip that up there and you can see how the lace looks on the inside of the hood. Very cute. So the last thing we have to do here is just stitch this. We can fold the seam allowances in and just machine stitch that closed, or stitch it by hand just to close the lining. If I wanted to, I could also come around and top stitch around the edge of the hood, but it's not necessary. It's just preference. And there you have it. So we've got a couple different variations here for ways to accent or just add some personality to your cute little cropped hoodie. So there you have it. Now those are the tips and the tricks that I have for the issues that I thought might come up with that Hollywood tracksuit. I hope that you will practice these. You can watch this video over and over and then apply these tips and techniques to your project the next time you sew it.